Ladies and gentlemen, make no mistake. What we saw in the last 12 hours with the ETF approval news, okay, the fake ETF approval news, leading to a 7% surge in Bitcoin price in 5 minutes, that's 2,000 USD, was targeted manipulation, pre-planned, targeted, orchestrated, large-scale manipulation. Some of the biggest that Bitcoin has ever seen. This was not a mistake. I have direct evidence to indicate that it was not a mistake. And pretty convincing evidence for that reason. Now, look, I've spoken to analysts, I've spoken to people I know in the space. I don't know anyone who thinks this is a mistake. If you think this was a mistake, no, it wasn't, right? But I do know that this is going to have serious ramifications for cryptocurrency, and this will be a feeding ground event for regulators in the future. We're also going to be looking into Bitcoin price action, where Bitcoin is in relation to bull market support band, in relation to its critical levels, a TA update and a news update. Very important video. I've never really seen anything like this in my time in cryptocurrency, so let's get into it.
Before we get into the content today, guys, I want to give a shout out, a well-deserved shout out to the VIP group. VIP has been absolutely fundamental, critical, crucial, whatever the word is, in this time we've seen in the last 12 hours during all this random news. We've seen the VIP group chat be extremely active, extraordinarily active throughout all of these news, all the updates we've posted in the VIP group. In fact, this photo is going to come into question very later. It's a very important photo, but many things posted in VIP group chat, as well as trades, as well as big time USDT, which is a trade on Bitget that went up from our breakout point, right? Let's go from the retest, because this is from the actual confirmed entry. From the breakout point, went up 34% on spot in about 24 hours. So not only has it been great for discussing this recent news, it's also been great for gains. Check out the VIP group on Telegram. You can go to the information group. You can see it right here, and you can get a 14-day free trial, or you can pay straight up. You can see what you get for joining the VIP group there, and you can also check the trading results. 1 year of trading results, 84% win rate. 80.5% win rate. So absolutely superb stuff there. Check out the VIP group on Telegram. Guys, without further ado, let's get into the content itself. Let's start by discussing the most important thing, right? The absolute scam, right? I mean, there's no better word to describe what it is, because it is. It's a scam, right? It's not a mistake. It's not an accident. It's a scam that occurred about 12 hours ago from this point in time. We saw, okay, a splurge of news articles come out. Not news articles, but posts on X and spread throughout the entirety of the crypto space. Cointelegraph triggering the rumor that the SEC approved iShares Bitcoin Spot ETF. We also had rumors that the BlackRock application was approved as well. So huge rumors coming out, right? Big stuff. It was everywhere. I don't know if you guys saw it, but it was literally everywhere. And we saw the price surge on Bitcoin. Right, let's go to the 5-minute chart on Bitcoin. We saw the price surge. This is no joke. This is a real price surge we saw on all exchanges, basically. If you missed this, I don't know, you're living under a rock. In 5 minutes, we saw the price surge 7%. That is a 2,000 USD gain in 5 minutes from the time that rumor released, that news released. Everyone was posting it. You know, we had literally every single influencer in the crypto space you can name, every single company, everyone, all the news articles, all the Telegram channels, they were all posting that the ETF had been approved. And unfortunately, it turned out to be fake. Now, a lot of people are brushing this off, and Cointelegraph, of course, they posted the original rumor. They've made a full post saying it was a mistake and they didn't mean to do it, and there was justification for it. And basically, apparently, according to them, one of their employees saw an unconfirmed post somewhere, and instead of confirming it, posted it on their Twitter. On their X account, and obviously the price pumped $2,600 million in liquidations, US dollars. That's 900. That's close to $1 million Australian dollars in $1 billion, Australian dollars in liquidations over basically a couple of hour period. So or less, an hour period. Absolutely detrimental, right? Huge amounts of money being lost. But I don't think this was an accident. I don't think this is a mistake. And I think this is very bad for cryptocurrency. I'm going to tell you why I don't think it was an accident. I'm going to tell you why people who do think it's an accident are falling for an absolute lie. Let's bring up this photo here. If it was a mistake, this photo was posted. This photo was circulating Twitter about a minute after the news was released. If this was a mistake, if this was an accident, this photo would not exist. This is a photo replicating, a photo what would be the word? Impersonating what would have been released on the SEC's official website, given if there was an iShares Bitcoin application approval. This was released and circulating about a minute, about 60 seconds on Twitter after that initial news was being released by Cointelegraph. That was made by someone. Someone made this photo. This was pre-planned to a certain extent. This photo would not exist if it wasn't planned by someone, if this manipulation wasn't planned by someone. Another piece of evidence. We had pre-manipulation, okay? So around, in Australian time, around 4 p.m. that day, and the manipulation occurred around 12, so 8 hours before the manipulation occurred. We saw a 500, out of nowhere, right? Completely out of nowhere, completely random, right? A 500 USD price surge in basically a 2-minute period. 500 USD, just completely out of nowhere, we saw that. Completely, not even, no indication that was going to occur. Out of nowhere, bang, 500 USD price surge. Literally just plain and simple manipulation. People were buying into the market. What does this tell us? It tells us that someone knew this was going to occur. Someone was putting in their orders, right, 8 hours before, all right, and they planned for this to happen, and they probably sold near the top of this move. Someone knew this was going to happen. Someone planned it. Someone made posts for it. Someone made fake screenshots from SEC websites. Someone probably on the insider of Telegraph, right? By the way, the employee who supposedly made the quote-unquote mistake has since deleted his account and gone missing. So he was probably involved in it. Someone, some massive whale, maybe a conglomerate of whales, planned this, bought in before, created all this false information, created the news, created the rumor, pumped the market, and sold in the top. 600 million US dollars were liquidated, and now we are kind of just drifting, right? So that's absolutely insane to me. I've never seen, I'm going to be honest with you, I've never seen in my entire time in the market, and even looking at charts, I've never seen a scam quite like this. That was absolutely insane. And if you were there at the time, if you were watching the crypto space at the time, you were watching Twitter at the time, you know how bad that was. That was insane. Everyone was posting it. Everyone, including myself. But the way it happens so fast and everything like that, just a classic pump and dump, and it really shows us how immature Bitcoin is as an asset. And this is actually really bad because what it does is it opens up space for huge regulation. You have to remember, guys, BlackRock, in order to get their ETF approved legitimately, have to prove that Bitcoin's spot market is not manipulated. How the hell are they going to do that now, right? Now, I don't know the specifics. Maybe it will get approved. I don't know. BlackRock, for example, has only been rejected one time in ETF applications. But, I mean, seriously, that's just pure manipulation. There's no other way around it. So they're going to have to use some, wordplay to get around that, because that is pure 100% manipulation. No doubt about it at all. And this is really bad because I think regulators will feast on this. I would not be surprised. It would not surprise me. Again, I don't know the specifics. I'm not going to act like I know everything about it, but it would not surprise me if this was orchestrated, okay, by regulators, right, in order to give them reason to deny Bitcoin ETF applications. That would not surprise me. But of course, there is an argument that they'd want them approved anyway, so they can regulate exchanges and advertise a safe way to buy Bitcoin. I don't want to get into any sort of conspiracy theory on that matter, but I think it is worth saying that just briefly, right? Again, don't ban me, YouTube. I'm just making allegedly. I heard this somewhere. Not true. Not my opinion. Allegedly. Cool. Don't ban me. But I want to get into actual TA now because there is some TA to discuss. And yeah, there's a lot of TA to discuss. So we'll get into that in a second. Before we get into that, check out the Bingx and Bitget exchanges. 1 minute break here. Stick around.
Ladies and gentlemen, here's a little news flash for you. You trust exchanges with your money. They get hacked all the time. They lose funds all the time. So the exchange you're using, you're actually trusting with your money. You're also paying them fees for trades. You're paying up to thousands, tens of thousands of dollars per year in fees. So you want to have a bloody good exchange, right? And that's why I have 2 exchanges for you guys, 2 options depending on your location, depending on what you want from exchange. The first one is Bitget. That is a KYC exchange. You can sign up from anywhere in the world, excluding the United States, excluding Canada, and excluding Singapore. Very low fees, protection fund, the whole 9 yards. We've also got Bingx, that's our second exchange, and that is an exchange you can sign up non-KYC from anywhere in the world, including every country, right, with a VPN from anywhere in the world. Again, very low fees, protection fund, everything you need in an exchange. Both of these exchanges are top 10 exchanges in trading volume. Sign up using my referral link below to get a 15% trading fee discount on both of the exchanges. Again, they'll both be in the description. Referral link is there. Get on the good exchange and become a proper trader. Don't use these trashy exchanges that you're risking your money and paying over in fees. Guys, let's get back into the video.
All right, let's get into the second part of this video. Now, I want to keep the main bulk of this video related to the news, but I'm going to just briefly look into this, and we'll look into it very extensively tomorrow, don't you worry. Basically, Bitcoin has been extensively rejecting, well, I mean, look, we saw a pump. The pump wasn't really legitimate. It was driven by a lot of scam, but ultimately the breakout did occur in a period of legitimacy. We said yesterday that we'd be retesting this 28.6k level. Technically, we have seen that retest. Yes, obviously it was largely due to what we've seen now, but I think in terms of TA, this breakout did work in itself. It was also obviously exacerbated by the scam, but the breakout did work, and now we're testing 28.6k. 28.6k is, of course, where we've rejected on a couple of occasions. This dotted red line on the screen, rejected here, testing it right now. Support, rejected before downside drop. 28.6k is very much, as we've made very clear in the last kind of few days on Bitcoin, the line in the sand in the middle of this range. If we delete everything about this range and we start fresh, we have 32k, the critical level to the upside. We have 24.5k, the critical level to the downside. And then we have 28.6k. These are quite clearly the critical levels on Bitcoin. This is the pink line is the dividing level in the middle of the range, and the two red lines are the top and bottom of the range. We are testing right now, currently, testing the dividing level in the middle of the range. Unfortunately, the formation in which we're doing that is not ideal. It is some sort of vague ascending channel formation, kind of hard to get it pinpointed because of the randomness of the price action we've seen. I suppose you could say we have something like some sort of ascending channel. I don't know exactly what it would be, but it doesn't look particularly good. It's a bit of an unhealthy market structure. But look, the reality of the situation is, if we want to simplify it even further, we can just look at bull market support band. The bull market support band on Bitcoin is something that we have tested, okay, over the last month and a half. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 separate times. We've managed to get above it on this daily candle close. I don't know how much I trust the price action right now. I'm not going to go ahead and say it's broken. I'm going to give Bitcoin time to kind of process what's happened. But if we manage, okay, to get a weekly candle close, all right, in 6 days above that bull market support band, it becomes very likely that Bitcoin breaks 28.6k, and hence it becomes very likely that we break 32k. This weekly candle, and the weekly chart, I've said it over and over again for months, literally months, 4, 5, 6 months now. The weekly chart is still the most important chart for Bitcoin because the bull market support band is still the most critical indicator for Bitcoin as of right now. We would not be rejecting from it, testing it 5 separate times over the course of a month and a half if it wasn't important. This is clearly the most important level for Bitcoin. We have closed a daily candle above it. I don't know how much I trust the price action on this daily candle yet. If we see continued closes, I'll start to trust it a bit more, just given the rapid circulation of false news and all this kind of stuff in the last 24 hours. I'm just going to step away from TA to a certain extent. I don't necessarily trust the price level. I think Bitcoin needs time to process what happened. But right now we are above it technically. If we manage to close above it on the weekly, that's an excellent sign. It's also an excellent sign because we would have broken above this RSI descending wedge formation. You can see in yellow, we have a weekly chart RSI descending wedge formation. We're technically in an unconfirmed breakout above that wedge. If we break that wedge, we're also breaking bull market support band. Hence, we're probably going to break 32k and 28.6k. Bitcoin is in an interesting situation. Hopefully, we can see that weekly candle close successfully. I'm going to bring it back to my old chart so I don't end up deleting it here. Let's go ahead and get back to that chart. Overall, what we need to be seeing is continued closes above that bull market support band and preferably a break of 28.6k. If we delete everything once more and we look at it from a fresh perspective, we can see that volume profile, all right, also says that 28k and around 28.6k, you can see the volume profile reach a bit of a slump here around that level, but 28k itself is the POC, and we rejected from that on 2 occasions. We're currently above the POC. That's good news. We have a massive chunk of volume below us. There's lots of support on Bitcoin right now. We just need to see the final follow through. All right. We're going to be discussing that a lot more tomorrow. Again, I don't want to spend more than 5 minutes on it today. So I'm done with that analysis today. But tomorrow we're going to be getting into short term, medium term a lot because it actually is quite a lot to discuss. I just want to keep this video focused mainly on one topic. Guys, with that said, I thank you for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe, and click the notification bell. I do a lot for you guys. I post videos, 5 times a week. And there's no revenue that comes from YouTube really. Yes, I have funneling, into VIP. I have funneling into Crypto Academy, but YouTube itself, I make basically nothing, $10 a day from advertisements. And these videos take me 3.5 hours to make. So I really appreciate if you give us some support there. Also, go ahead and check out Crypto Academy if you're interested. Become a Trader 10-unit course. You can read up about it on the website. All the information you need is on the website. This course will teach you in 10 units how to become a trader, how to trade market patterns, indicators, candlestick formations, how to find trades, how to utilize market psychology to make a profitable trader. All the info's on the website, and the email address is there as well for contact. Guys, thank you for watching again. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll catch you tomorrow.